Hey everybody, this is Brett, and tonight I want to tell you some things that I've learned about the coronavirus that just confirm in my mind that the healthier you are, the less likely you are to have complications from the coronavirus. And they're talking about how moisture is something that the coronavirus doesn't like. Moisture in the lungs, for instance. And when people are eating foods full of moisture, water, then they are hydrated. And when people are eating gummy foods like cakes and candies and meat, fat, etc., etc., then they're obviously going to get this white cakey look about their face and they look like cheese. A lot of people look like cheese because that's what they eat. And cheese doesn't have a lot of moisture in it. Fruits and vegetables and soup and, smoothies, those kinds of things have a lot of water in them. And so people that are consuming a predominant amount of that are going to flow better. Their bodies are going to flow better. Now, I was just watching, and yes, I did watch a little bit of the news here just to confirm some things. This doctor on PBS tonight, and he's talking about the numbers of people that can die in this country, upwards of a million from the coronavirus per season, per time that it comes around. And it may come around again in the fall. Okay, so 80% of the people that catch the coronavirus won't have any kind of a complication. They won't need to go to the hospital, nothing. They stay home. Some people, quote unquote, may not even know that they had it. Okay, 80% of the people. That is actually amazing, 80%, considering how unhealthy Americans are. Really, in all actuality. But then another 10%, he says, may have to call their doctor or stuff like that. They may have a concern about it because they caught it and it's really difficult for them. And then the last 10%, will have to be admitted. Some of them will have to be admitted to the hospital, and then a smaller percentage will have to be put on respirators, etc. And then 0.5 to 1% are actually going to die from it. Okay, so we already know the deal. The people that are not very healthy, not in good shape at all, those are the people that are going to be goners. Okay. And they would be anyway, probably within the next 2, 3, 5 years. And those people now, hopefully, they are conditioned, and I can tell you for sure that they are. I had somebody come over and get eggs today. They didn't want to get near me. And the county that I live in here in North Carolina is one of 2 or 3 that doesn't even have one confirmed case of coronavirus. There have been 72 tested in this county, but not even one has tested positive for the coronavirus. But I can tell you for sure that all the old people and a whole lot of the rest of them are freaked out here. And they're wearing their masks, etc. They're wearing their masks out on deserted roads, like I told you the other night. Okay, so they've done their job in freaking people out really well, but the reality of the numbers is not that scary. You should know this, okay? So I had some cabbage, and I'm trying to eat greens consistently, and I'll tell you, with every meal. And I'll tell you what's really got me going with that, and it's things that I've learned from Chakra. And I know that if I don't feed her greens or cabbage or something with her meat and cooked, she had some potatoes cooked and stuff and some millet cooked. If you don't feed her some raw greens and or raw cabbage, something like that, parsley or cilantro, something like that, with all of that food, bad breath. And a dog in the car with you with bad breath, It's no fun. But if you do feed her with the greens and stuff, man, it's not bad at all. It is not bad. And so it just makes sense. Like, chew up a mouth of greens or cabbage and stuff, and you can tell, like, oh yeah, that would keep the bad bugs down. And it does. Things to learn. Looking and smelling and feeling and touching. All things around you are telling you something. And some of them are just blatantly obvious. But if you don't have experience with health and healing, maybe you just don't put two and two together. But that's why I'm here to tell you things like add greens to your food. And feed your animals fresh food and add greens and raw cabbage, etc. to those foods too. And you can blend it all up. And so I hope that you've learned some things here. And like somebody said the other day, you don't look scared at all. Do I? Did I buy into the media? Did I buy into the medical industry? I got rid of them in the early 90s. I dumped out all of those over-the-counter and prescription drugs out on my bed. And I took a picture, and then I threw the whole thing away. The whole freaking thing. And I vowed never to do them ever again. And I haven't. I haven't. Occasionally, I have gotten a bad headache or something, and I took some Tylenol or something. But like, rarely. Seriously. And now that I have Kratom for pain, I'm all good. I don't do any of that at all now. And Kratom, I think, would be like really fantastic for pain if I get the coronavirus. Because last time I got like a flu or cold, like last winter, it was great. It totally got me through for a few days. And so I can see drinking Kratom tea every day if I got the coronavirus. And so I make these videos to help you and to help you to not be scared, because the reality of the coronavirus is that it's teaching people. Look at the advertisements that are being run on YouTube and on the television, trying to encourage people to do their diet plan, okay? Why are they doing that? Because they know that people are thinking about changing their diets, and they have some kind of a cool diet plan. Do I recommend that you jump on somebody's bandwagon with that? No. I mean, if you really want to, if you need that kind of initiative. But like, you could do a consultation with me. Go to brettsnaturalhealth.com and do a holistic consultation. And I can incrementally tell you what each little tiny thing that you need to do to get onto a quality, natural diet. Not like some yada yada Weight Watchers program where they're telling you, oh, well, you can still eat a small piece of cake. That's what I think about that. All of that. I think I have a hair in my eye. When you have dogs, you know. But all of that is just like a joke. Okay? The basic thing that people need to start understanding is to eat foods in their whole and natural forms. And don't eat foods like dairy that are not supposed to be consumed. Dairy is not a food group. It is not a food for human beings. Okay? And the ice cream and cheese and cottage cheese. And yes, yogurt. Yogurt. Don't eat yogurt. So in substitute for dairy foods, you want to find like mucousy foods that aren't from dairy. And those are soy and nuts, and rice is just like one of the ultimate things to get off of both wheat and dairy, because it has a sticky quality to it, it has a sweet quality to it. You can make milk out of it. It's got a lot of fiber in it to scrape all the old mucoid plaque out of your digestive system. It has all these different things. That's why rice is such a great wheat and dairy substitute. And you can get rice milk, and you can buy rice like cheese. You can buy almond cheese, various things that are things that look like, they taste like, similar to the original thing that you're trying to get rid of. So I can help you with a holistic consultation if you go to brettsnaturalhealth.com, or if you're interested in the best pillow in the world. Look at the reviews on my website. It's amazing. Like 88 reviews ranting and raving about my Millahall pillows. And my back rollers, oh my God. Yesterday, if I didn't have my back rollers, I don't know that I'd even be able to talk to you right now. Like, I probably wouldn't even be here if I didn't have my back rollers. My orthotics, the best. If you want really comfortable orthotics that are totally adjustable, not rigid and hard like plastic ones that cost $400 from some idiot podiatrist that doesn't even know anything about reflexology and massaging the feet and doesn't teach anything like that to his patients, clients, whatever you call them. Like, it's such a joke, the whole medical industry. And it cracks me up. It really cracks me up that people are like, oh, the poor doctors and nurses and hospital staff and this and that. And yeah, you gotta have a little bit of sympathy for them. But at the same time, they need to learn the truth, and a whole lot of them already know the truth. And the reason they don't tell their clients, patients the truth is because they want to keep in business. If they do tell them the truth, then people won't even have to come to them anymore. But they don't teach people about natural diet. They don't teach people about massage. They don't teach people that they need to dig the knots out of their bodies to get the pain out. They just give them a cortisone shot and some kind of a thing that they have to keep coming back for and over and over and over again so that they can have more business and fill out more HCFA 1500 forms to send to the insurance companies so that they can keep their houses and their jobs and their artificial income, blah, blah, blah. That's destined for disaster. It's all destined for disaster because it's not the truth. The truth is that everybody needs to stay home and take care of themselves and screw the doctor visits. And now the doctors and nurses are going to be telling them that because they don't want to catch the coronavirus themselves because they've scared themselves shitless. They think that they're going to catch it and die, and they might because they're not healthy either. Only a small percentage, as I mentioned before, and as that doctor mentioned before, only a small percentage of people are actually going to have to go to the hospital, and then a far smaller percentage would have to be put on a respirator and actually die. So those are the truths of the matter, and I hope that you're learning things from me, and I hope that you really appreciate it because the truth is valuable. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for going to brettsnaturalhealth.com.